And it's me again. Hi. How are you today? I hope all is going well. I'm going to try very hard to be my usual upbeat, high energy self in this video today. Let me see, it's 6:20 here in my time zone, and I'm running on about 2.5 hours of sleep last night. And Mondays around these parts is house cleaning day, so I'm tired. Uh, I don't usually get the chance to do much else on Mondays because house cleaning, I get to spend the day scrubbing floors, scrubbing toilets, and doing laundry. My house wouldn't pass the white glove test or anything, but I mean, you want to watch someone go crazy and lose their shit, make me sit in a messy house. So it's good for me to do the exercise and clean. So today is story time for a story, and I want to talk about pigs. Bear with me, we'll get to it. So, you know those around Christmas time, those places where you can either walk through them or drive through them. They're like light attractions, Christmas light attractions, where they do a really big scene with the decorations, huge light displays, and you usually go and find a place to get hot cocoa and take your pictures through those cutout things. We have one of those around here, and we take our kids almost every year. You have to go on like a Wednesday, because if you go on a Friday, then those Bieber buses just full of senior citizens show up, and fuck you, you're not seeing anything with those people milling around. So we try to go on weekdays. The reason why I'm bringing it up, there's two reasons, just again, bear with me, is this place is obviously usually a farm, and people in the know obviously this is a pig farm. Now, I'm from West Virginia, we know this. I never have actually lived on a farm. My grandparents used to own a farm. My father now lives on a farm. A bunch of my friends lived on farms, so I'm very familiar with farms. I'm very familiar with, farm animals, farm textures, farm smells. Pigs have a very distinctive smell to them, apart from other, farm animals, and this is definitely a pig farm. I have yet to see a pig there, though, which the thing is, there may not have been pigs there for years, and you're still just smelling them, and yes, that happens. Pig stink lingers. So, speaking of those drive-through places, when I was 19, 20 years old, my then boyfriend, now husband, his parents wanted to go to this place called Ogilvie Park. Now, truth be told, I have no idea what Ogilvie Park was when it wasn't the Christmas light place. It's something else during the rest of the year, but I've only ever known it as the place where you go and drive through to look at the Christmas lights. You know what? I could have looked it up before I started the video. Scrubbing toilets, I'm sorry. But we went there, and it was like we went early so we could spend the day there kind of hanging out. And then on the way out, we drove through the light attractions. It is really pretty, for all the stupid, dumb things you can do around the holidays on a winter night. That's not bad. But this place, if you wanted to go and like get hot cocoa or some sort of refreshment, I think they had pretzels, like big soft pretzels, you would go into the stables. They had gigantic stables there, and we went in to go get hot cocoa because it was cold out. And we go in there, and I noticed that in one of the stalls there was a man playing with a skunk, and what he was doing is the skunk would like charge at him, and the man would bend down and grab a handful of hay and throw it at the skunk, and the skunk loved it. These two were adorable. They were having so much fun playing. But as I'm standing there in front of this stall, it's like a horse stall, watching this go on, completely charmed, I start to notice everybody wants to watch the man play with the skunk now. Now, I've been social distancing long before this pandemic started. There's a very strict rule of do not impinge on someone's personal bubble thing. and they were coming on my personal bubble. So I was like, okay, I've seen this skunk, I've got to get away or I'm going to freak out. So I go, on down to another stall on down, and I notice there's a pot-bellied pig in there, and it's kind of got its snout under the hay, and it's just sitting there real still. It looked kind of skulky. And I was like, oh, poor pig. And again, I'm for the most part comfortable around pigs. They don't scare me, but I can do the thing. So, the pig's sitting there looking at me, I'm looking at it, and I'm kind of, and the pig's ears perked up, it raised its snout and went, so I did. I sat and had a conversation with this pig, and then it started drawing a crowd of me. So I love animals. That's something, if you follow me at all on social media, you see pretty damn fast. I love animals. I'm a big animal lover. So it was really, God, that was almost 20 years ago, and I still remember it as one of the best days of my life when I got to have a conversation with this pig where we're just snorting at each other. And it was cute. So a few years later, before I stopped talking to him, I went to go visit my dad at his farm. And I remember I was pregnant with my second son, and it was hot. It was like late July, early August, that kind of oppressive, humid heat where you can barely breathe and your clothes stick to you. And when you're pregnant, it's worse. I'm usually one of those people that's always cold. I've got the icy fingers and the icy toes, and it's a thing. When you're pregnant, you can produce up to 50% more blood in your body to account for, the placenta and the fetus and everything. So your circulation tends, like, I always had these gigantic veins sticking out of my hands and my arms when I was pregnant. It was gross. But I just remember it was hot and I was miserable, and my dad was like, come up to the farm, come see me, come see the animals. And he always had like goats and horses and just stuff to, I had a 2-year-old at the time, and he would have wanted to go see that. So I go there, and my dad had a great big pig, and this was a farm pig. This was a pig that they were raising to butcher later for meat. So, this pig easily came up to my hips, huge brown thing, and I remember my dad had named it Arnold. And my dad, he was an amateur weightlifter, like a bodybuilder for a while, and he's obsessed with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Obsessed. That is why that pig's name was Arnold. My little brother, my full brother, his name was almost Conan. Not Conan. No, it would be Conan, like Conan the Barbarian. That's my dad. So my little one is, running around looking at the goats and playing with the chickens. My dad had given him some bread to break up and throw at the chickens. And I was looking at the pig, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go look at the pig. And I had crawled under the fence and had gone and stand in the pen. And my dad was standing on the other side just talking to me. And I scratched the pig a little bit, and the pig just, I smelled good or something. That pig kept like slurping at my calf, and the big pig, when pigs get a certain size, they're enormous, and you can see why they were used to nefarious gains. When it came to wanting to hide a body, you feed it to the pigs. These things get huge. So there's my big pregnant ass standing there talking to my dad, and then there's this pig coming over like, I'm trying to eat your leg right now. And it's like, get off, Arnold, get off. What are you trying to say, Dad? Arnold, stop. My dad eventually kind of came in and pushed the animal away, but I just have some sort of weird kinship to pigs, I think. As much of a cat lady as I am, and I am very much a cat lady, there's just something about me and pigs. As stinky and nasty as they are, I love them, and they love me back. And I just always, this is just 2 little stories, but I think that's enough to set up a pretty solid theory about, me and pigs. We got a thing. So it's a short one. Again, I'm so tired. I'm not even done. I've still got more laundry to do. Oh God, I have a short story due tomorrow that I need to go through and clean up. I finished writing it, which I know it's been a while since I've talked about it, but I got into a really, really bad funk there for a while with writing wise, because things going on behind the scenes and a lot of stress, a lot of heartbreak going on. And I had this deadline sort of hanging over my head. And finally, like what, 5 days before it's due, I finally sat down and started on it. And honestly, I swear to you, it felt like a blockage finally running through a pipe. And it's like, oh, I missed this so much. Oh, I'm telling a story. I won't get too precious about, being a writer and creating and all that stuff. But I wrote a short story and I finished it. I wrote something from beginning to end the first time since May, maybe April. It's been a while. So it feels good to be back in it. I've got stuff to finish and put out, and because if I don't, people forget about me. I mean, they forget about me even after I put stuff out. Welcome to small press, life. But yeah, it feels really good. How are you guys doing? Is everything going good? Going better? Going great? I am stoked about fall. There's big windows, like almost floor to ceiling windows right here. And I mean, even now looking out, it's just constant falling with the leaves. And I'm just, I am a cold weather creature. So I'm very much looking forward to, the frost coming back. This week I'll be bringing all my outdoor house plants back in so they can winter over in the house where they'll be safe. The garden is done. I've done all my canning. And I don't know, we didn't get to enjoy the summer this year. And I'm a little sad about it, but I'm still more so excited that the cold weather is showing up. So tomorrow is the kid's birthday. I don't know, I feel weird about it. I'm not sad, but there is a part of me that's like, wow, I'm the parent of a teenager now. He's excited. He's very excited. And then the rest of the week, I've got a little more writing to do. I'll have to put up the episode on Wednesday. And then I'm decorating my porch for Halloween. I've got a great big, 8-foot tall animated werewolf named Marshmallow that I put out every year. And I'm very excited to get Marshmallow out of storage. So I'm feeling good. I'm tired, but I'm feeling good. I don't think it's delirium. I think, maybe the winds are starting to shift on me here, and that's good. So maybe we'll start creating a little more. So if I say one more time, I'm going to put my head through that nice brick wall back there. But thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. I'm loving you guys commenting. I'm loving talking to you. Thank you so much for being, kind of involved. That I feel like I'm not talking into the void anymore, and that helps. Although I talk into the void no matter what. The conversations I have with myself in my shower are stunning. They would make prime time, I'm telling you. But thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your week. And I will talk to you later. Let's see if the remote works. Nope.